Buddy, a few of you asked me to read about Shanquella Robinson. I think most of you know this case and have seen her, but if you haven't, that's her right there. It's super popular right now. And there was quite the mystery of, was she the person that drank too much, or, as some people were saying, or did other people murder her basically by causing another girl getting in a fight with her? And the video was circulating of this girl fighting with her. It's unfortunately online and it looks horrible. And it's come out that she died from spinal cord injuries, and it doesn't look like alcohol had much to do with her death. So the other girl, my understanding is, has now been arrested, or there's arrest warrant for her. I think she's been arrested. So we're going to read a little bit about that case and see what was going on. I think all of us just kind of at this point want to know why. Why did this happen? Like, why would you even do that? She went down to Mexico with 6 friends, or she thought they were friends. And, there's videos of them down there and they look like they're having fun. And just, it's supposed to be a vacation. You're supposed to have a good time. There's no need for fighting. And not only like, that girl's not just fighting her. That girl is really trying to damage her. It's vicious if you see that video. So we're going to ask about that other girl too, because they haven't released her name. And we're all kind of curious on what in the world is going on with that other girl and why you lose it so much. Why would you ever do something like that? Um, it just seemed horrible, just horrible. So anyway, let's ask. Let's see what we get for this case. Um, what I'm going to ask first is, did she die from the beating? And I believe she did. That's my human brain speaking. We're going to ask the cards, though, and see what they have to say. Shanquella Robinson, did she die from this beating? It did look like the autopsy said she had died from spinal cord damage and stuff, but let's just make sure she didn't fall in the shower or something right before the beating. Let's just ask. So, because they'll come up with all kinds of defenses, is what's going to happen. Did she die from this beating? They're going to go to court, and the other girl's going to make up stories. That's the Empress, and the Empress is somebody who is actually quite pampered and cared for. And I honestly think there was a lot of jealousy going on with her. I do. I think not that she was the jealous one, but other people were jealous of her. I think that's what the cards are telling us here, that there was a lot of jealousy. People thought she was too good, that oh, you're too good for us. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. Oh, you're the little princess over there. There was a lot of jealousy going on, is what I see. A lot of attitude, a lot of bad attitude, a lot of wanting to, how girls get when they start leaving somebody out and they start forming their little group, the in group and the out group, and a lot of leaving her out, and you're not part of us and you're not one of us, is what I'm saying. I know that doesn't answer the question that I originally asked, but it's giving me motive, and that's important too, and it's helping me understand the situation, because my next question is, why did this happen? And that's exactly what it was. The girl's having attitude. Oh, you think you're too good for us? Yeah, that's why this happened. Let me ask again, though, about the beating. Did she die from this beating? Tell us about that. Tell us about her situation. Yeah, I do believe she did. I'm seeing what is that card? It's not Five of Pentacles, I think. The one where they're outside the church and they look just kind of like they've been through the ringer. I'm seeing that card in my head. Sometimes I just get images of the cards in my head. Did she die from the beating? Tell me about Shanquella dying from this beating. That's this card right here. And that is the angel card. And that is to me, that is what crossed her over, what turned her into an angel, basically. And it was the beating, unfortunately, is led to her death, led to her becoming a spirit, as we see in this card. Oh, that's terrible. Absolutely terrible. And girls with attitudes, very, very emotionally immature girls, is what I'm saying. Like middle school level maturity is what I've got going on here. But we're going to ask for I guess we know the other girl's actions, but why didn't the other people let's ask this first. Why didn't the other girl stop? Why was she so vicious? I mean, she's vicious. She's out to cause seriously bodily damage. So let's ask what was going on. Why in the world did she not stop? Why did she go at her so viciously? Because, okay, great, whatever. They're jealous. They think she's too good. They're jealous of her. They're being little bitches, whatever that is that girls can be. But why? Why in the world did the other girl, why was she so vicious? It's hard to understand when you're on a vacation why you would want that. They had a beautiful room, beautiful view. Just tell me about the other girl and her viciousness. She's just vicious. Um, this is the hermit card, and that other girl, I think, was feeling excluded too. Yeah, there was some weird stuff going on between the hermit's somebody who feels alone. And I think there was the they were running in packs, if you will, and there was an outsider, and the this girl felt like Shanquella. Oh, you're too good for me. You're too good for me then, and she felt left out, and she just lost it. She went kind of berserk because of that. Instead of just putting her big girl panties on and getting on with life, because sometimes life doesn't always go your way. But there was a lot of bad behavior here is what I see. Immature, childish behavior. Yeah, yeah. I can see them just meh, meh, meh at each other. I can see it in my head. Just lots of spurting off at the mouth. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of that going on. Name calling, trash talking, kind of. Oh, you think you're too good. I keep hearing you think you're too good. You think you're too good for me. Yeah, a lot of that. Um, let's ask about the guy that videotaped this. Like, what was his role in it? Why in the world did he just pull out a camera instead of trying to stop this? So it was so vicious. Why would you just sit there? Let's talk about the guy. Tell us about this guy. We don't know anything about him. Tell me about the guy that was in that room that day. Let's let's learn about him. Tell me about him. The guy says, "Aren't you even going to try to fight her or stick up for yourself or something?" And she said, "No." It was just sad. All right, we got two cards for him. Knight of Pentacles. This guy is kind of a slow mover. He's not somebody that would act quickly on anything. He just sits back and kind of watches things. He's the slowest of the knights. He's not kind of ruled by emotion very much. He doesn't want to get involved. And that's what we see with this guy. And then the Four of Swords. So it also could be that because he's laying there and because I'm getting the slow vibe from both of these and him not taking action and just sort of sitting there, sitting back and watching, this is a resting card. I do feel he was either very tired or he could have been intoxicated too and just not 100, not, feel like his thoughts and his movements were slowed down in the moment, hungover possibly. I don't feel like he was tip-top shape. I don't feel that at all. Yeah, I'm probably hungover. Let's ask why people didn't intervene. I don't know who else was in the room. If other people were there, I don't know. But let's ask why other people didn't intervene. Nobody intervened. It was just horrible. Why didn't people intervene? Just horrible. The girls were jealous of her. They were jealous of her. Why didn't people intervene? Um, this is like kind of watching things happen. Watching this other person literally call somebody home, and they just sat there and watched. It, it's just, it's horrible. It's telling us they just sat there and watched. They were just kind of like, you can look at the look on these people's faces. They're kind of in awe of it. It was almost like watching a train wreck. They just sat there and were like, you know, just in, I don't know what the right word is for it. Just sitting there, kind of like, it's almost like in awe, but they're not, you know what I mean? It's like they can't not watch it, but they're just like almost paralyzed by it too. That's the feeling I get. Like they're just like almost stuck by all the craziness that's happening in front of them. Like they're just almost paralyzed by it a little bit. You ever have something bad happen and you're just standing there and you don't know quite what to do because your brain's not working real well? It's like they're just kind of in shock. They're a little bit in shock. Yeah, kind of in shock. Um, and they're just staring at it. They don't know like what to do. They don't realize what is happening, meaning they think it's just a fight. They don't realize what's happening. They don't realize that somebody's being nobody in that room, and I don't know if everybody was there, but the people that were in that room did not realize to what degree this they didn't realize that she was actually being killed. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They didn't. Um, I guess how often do you watch a fight where somebody's actually killed by someone's fists? They were just like, kind of shocked, and I hate to say it, but a little entertained by it is what I'm getting. Um, let's hear about this other girl, the one who actually did it. I just want to know about her. So tell us about this other girl. Tell us about what is she like? What Tell us about her personality. Tell us who she is. Just give me some cards about this other girl. The one that actually beat her. Beat Shanquella. Let's hear about this other girl. Nobody's all bad and no one's all good. Um, most people are a mix of both. You hope better, more good than bad. Okay, ooh. This is the first card I got for her. Ten of Swords. She definitely is the murderer. We could see that definitely here. Um, I think she's kind of runs with rough crowds, this one. She's not, and then you have the Knight of Cups. Basically, she murdered her friend, somebody who even cared about her. It's just, the vibes I'm getting from this girl are that she can be so hot one minute and so cold the next and so in between. She's super emotional. She's angry enough to kill somebody in 1 second, and the next minute she's making up and apologizing. Like she totally loses control of herself. She's never learned good coping skills. No, no, she hasn't. I think she's had really violent situations in her life. Yeah, where violence, flipping to violence is acceptable. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna pull some other cards on her. Um, Not the first time she's hurt someone. Tell me about this other girl. She's violent. She's got a violent tendency, a tendency to jump to violence. She's a violent person. Tell me about this other girl. Yeah, I don't like her energy at all. She is very hot-tempered, very hot-tempered. But she likes to be the winner too, winning at all costs. I mean, she is not going to lose. She will, this is a card of beating other people, right? When you're the winner, you beat someone. I see this again and again with her. This behavior, I don't think her fighting is unusual. She's hot-tempered. She's going to win at all costs, and she will lose it, and she will lose it quick. Like she is a little like firecracker ready to explode. She's got all this anger inside of her. And the next minute she wants to be your best friend and apologize and think everything's fine. And then King of Swords, and that again is like, I'm the king. I'm top dog. And we saw that personality before with the other girl. Oh, you're the empress? You think you're the queen? You think you're special? No, I'm the king. I'm top dog. I'm alpha here. You listen to me. She has a very sharp tongue, this girl. And not only that, but she expects other people to bow down to her. And if they don't, they're going to pay. Oh, she's got lots of issues. Lots and lots of issues, this girl. She's got a past. Wait and see. Wait and see when you get her name out. This girl's got a past. An ugly, ugly, mean past. Yeah, I'm sure Shanquella had no idea about all of this, but she's not a nice person. Not a nice person whatsoever. Let's ask about the outcome for this girl who beat her. Let's ask about the outcome. I think she may have mental health issues, the other girl. I'm seeing possibly potentially bipolar with this flipping. She flips fast. If she's not mentally ill, I feel like there's a combination. So I feel like she just did not have good examples in her life. What she experienced was a lot of violence around her. So seeing violence maybe towards her mother in her household, people going at each other. There's just this angry vibe to her. A lot of anger built up, many for a long time, and then pair that with mental health issues, and good luck. That's what I get from her. Let's talk about the outcome, though, because she will be brought to court for this. So let's see what the outcome. I'm guessing she's going to be, whatever she's charged with. Let's see if she's found guilty. Tell us about her being found innocent or guilty. Let's see what we get here. I think logically, I want to say she should be found guilty because it feels like she should be, but let's see what the cards say. Sometimes trials amaze me at how people can get off on things. This is the emperor. I think this is the judge coming down on her. She's going to be judged. She's going to be going before basically the emperor, the person in charge, the highest person in the land, basically the legal system, and they are going to see what's going on with her and give her the what for. I think she's trying to hide a lot of stuff. Of course, they always are. This also can be the wish card of somebody getting their wish. I don't think she's going to get totally off on this. I do think she's going to try to hide some things, and she may be successful at hiding some things. So let me ask a little bit more on that. Let's ask for the outcome of her trial, her being judged. Let's see what happens with her. She's found innocent or guilty. I do think she is able to hide some things, unfortunately. Innocent or guilty. Or use some things as a defense. Oh, well, here's being judged again, the Hierophant. We keep getting this. She will go before the judge. Hierophant also is somebody that other people come to make a decision. You can see those two people down there making a decision on what's right and what's wrong. So she's definitely going to court here. Well, this is a yes card for me. I do feel like she is going to, and it's interesting, the cups. I do feel like she is going to be found guilty. Maybe not just her, too. Some other people may be getting a little bit of theirs, too. But I really want a card that tells me a little bit more. I'm going to pull one for guilty and one for innocent and do it that way. Give me a card for representing her, the woman who murdered Shanquella. Give me a card that represents her being found guilty. We're going to ask for the guilty card now, card that represents that. Tell me about a card that represents her being found guilty. We got this one. And then we're going to ask for a card that represents her being found innocent, and then we'll flip them. Tell me about a card of her being found innocent. She's going to give the whole drinking excuse. A card of her being found innocent. That's what she's going to do. She's still going to try to hold on to she was drinking. The other girl provoked it, is what she's going to say. Her being found innocent. Okay, so I have 2 cards for that. So this is the guilty card, and this is the innocence. So let's do guilty. So guilty is the end of a cycle. The world is like finishing something, finished completely, and this can stand for taking somebody out of the world. I have had it do that in the past, and I do think she will be found guilty of taking somebody out of the world, of finishing her life, basically. Let's talk about the innocence. The drinking, I do believe the drinking excuse is going to get somewhere, because we saw that in the 10 of Cups and then the 3 of Cups. I do think she is going to use the drinking excuse, and that is going to be taken into consideration. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles, and that is the hiding things again. And we saw that before, that she's going to try to hide some things. She is going to try to hide some things, or cover them up with the whole drinking thing. So I think it will actually work to a point. So she may not be found as guilty as she might have otherwise been, with this excuse of the whole alcohol being involved, and it being provoked is what she's probably, yeah. She's going to try to say she was provoked. But at the end of the day, I do think she's going to be found guilty. Just not quite as like guilty. You know, there's different levels of guilt and stuff, and the alcohol and stuff is going to be brought in as a factor into a lot of the defense here. Yeah, yeah. They are going to say she drank too much. I don't know what the toxicology report was on that. But basically, they're going to try to say something about her drinking led her to not being in the shape that she would have otherwise been in, that would not have caused this death. I know that sounds weird, but that's what's coming to me. We'll have to see the final outcome of that. But there is guilt to be had, for sure. It's just not quite the level of guilt that, because some of these excuses actually work a little bit, is what I'm saying. All right, well, that's what I got for it. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.